It's funny, not in a haha kind of way, but in a way that makes you squint and kind of look at your life sideways. We talk about a spiritual journey like it's somewhere you arrive, some shining realization that makes everything click into place. But here's what I keep learning. There is no arrival. There's only the next layer down. You think you know yourself and then bam, you drop deeper and wonder if you ever really knew anything at all. And that's what's been happening to me. Something shifted inside of me recently, and I realized I'm actually choosing a different life now, a freer life. And that choice is rearranging everything, my priorities, my expectations, my sense of what I'm allowed to want. I never really understood how deeply I'd been trained out of choosing myself, how brainwashed I was into believing I had no choice at all. And the first belief structure to crack under that truth is, surprisingly, how I see time. Now, I've woken early for as long as I can remember, either with or without an alarm. I'm usually up around 3:30, maybe 4:30 if I'm really pushing it. So this morning I woke early, and then after being up a couple of hours and getting something to eat because I was starving, I went back to bed. And I slept for a couple of hours, and when I woke, I could see the sunlight around the curtains, and instantly I felt behind. I felt like I'd lost hours of productivity. I felt a grief about all of the stuff I could have done, the if-onlys. And then a new voice rose in my head asking, productive to whom? Who is demanding this? Who taught me that waking at a normal hour was somehow wasted time? And it made me confront how feeling pressure to be busy all the time is actually a well-known trauma response. How it's the residue of being brainwashed to have no choice about how my time should be used. I was taught that if I wasn't working, I needed a hobby. And if I didn't have a hobby, then I needed to be watching TV or listening to music or maybe reading a book. If not that, I should be building relationships somewhere. If not that, then at least sleeping, but not too much sleeping because that's laziness. Constant doing, constant output, constant noise, constant productivity. Every moment of the day must be assigned to something that counts, something that matters. If we're not doing something, we must be bored or we're lazy. But maybe we're not lazy at all. Maybe we're just exhausted because we were never shown what it feels like to put the ego in idle and just exist for a minute, or maybe 5. So now I'm asking myself, what happens when I stop selling my time and start reclaiming it for myself? What happens when my time becomes more valuable to me than it could ever be to anyone else? Because if that's true, and I feel like it is, then my relationship with time has to change. And the truth I'm staring at right now is this. I can't live free while still thinking and acting like someone who is brainwashed to see freedom as dangerous and trauma as healthy. And maybe what lands hardest for me is this. I'm not the only one waking up to these cracks. I can feel it. Other people are standing in their own kitchens, sitting in their own cars, laying in their own beds at noon, asking the same questions I'm asking now. Not because I asked them to, but because something in them is shifting too. If you're already in that place and you're already staring down your own conditioning, your own inherited urgency, then maybe you know what I mean. Maybe you felt that same internal snap, that moment when the lie stops holding and you start to see through it. And if you have, then your voice matters here. Your presence matters here. Not for me, but for the ones who haven't reached this edge yet. Because that's how walls fall. One person finding the crack and naming it. Another pressing on it. Another widening it. Another slipping through and leaving a light on behind them. I'm breaking open my relationship with time because it's the next truth I have to face. If you're doing the same, then maybe, without even knowing it, you're helping carve the path for the ones who will face it after us.